Entitled parent tries to steal my scooter, gets pimp slapped by my dad. I haven't posted here in a while, but I recently remembered this event that happened 14 years ago when I was 11. Key, EM is entitled mother, SK is shy kid, shy kid's awesome brother, daddy was my dad John, one of my friends Mark, the other friend me is me. So this was a while ago, like I said before, and I don't exactly remember every event that transpired, but I'll try to make it as clear as possible. Sorry for bad formatting, I'm on mobile. Earlier that year, my dad had bought me a Razor scooter, and I was down at my cul-de-sac playing with a couple of my friends, John and Mark. John was on his bike, and Mark was on his scooter as well. Soon we went inside Mark's house to play on his GameCube and left my scooter at the porch. Soon I can hear some scuffling noises outside and some shouting, so we look outside and see some grown adult woman stealing my scooter and John's bike, and Mark's mum yelling at her. SK and AB are standing in the yard with AB yelling at his mum for her to stop. I asked John to borrow his flip phone his dad gave him for emergency calls, and I call my dad, who says he'll be right over. Soon we're watching as my dad and Mark's parents are yelling at this entitled mother for trying to steal some 11-year-old kid's toys for SK, who was my age but he was too shy to come up and make friends with anybody. We leave it alone for a while and go back to playing some game on Mark's GameCube, while sometimes sparing a glance out the window at this arguing parents when I hear a loud smack, followed by some louder yelling and crying. Turns out my dad had literally slapped this woman, and I could see a red handprint on her cheek. Definitely breaking some laws there, Dad, but okay. That's all I remember, but I do remember that after that SK tried to be friends with us, but Ian wouldn't let him. They moved a few years later. My grandmother is yelling at me because of daylight savings, because of what time I go to bed. This isn't exactly an entitled parent, more like a crazy parent, but you can only post pictures, so I'm showing it here. For some context, my grandmother is sort of crazy. She doesn't believe in global warming, thinks that Trump has done nothing wrong, and yells at me for every tiny little thing, like this bit of lint, if my hair is the wrong way, if I sleep with my socks or jacket on, if I wear long pants or a jacket in hot weather. So anyway, let's get to the story. So we recently had a time change for daylight savings, meaning we went back an hour. She's saying the real time is 11, but the clock says 10, and your body is going to be messed up, etc. This went on for 30 minutes until she gave it up when I locked myself in the closet with the soundproof headphones on. So now I'm grounded because she's crazy and I can't do anything because she's an adult. Disneyland fiasco. To start off with, I get Disneyland tickets from my dad, who's in the Air Force, which they get discounted tickets, and usually he buys one for me and my brother. Well, I asked for 4 this time, 2 for friends. I was visiting my parents. My job has sent me over to the US for work, so this weekend I went to Disneyland to see the Marvel attractions. When we get to the park gate, they asked how much they were and gave me the money for them. About 100 for a 4-day pass can be non-consecutive. I guess entitled mother hears this shit when buying a ticket because I don't see how logically she's jumped to this conclusion. Hold on, you owe me $60.81. What? I owe you shit. Turns around and sees this fat pug-faced woman. You owe me money. How do I owe you anything? It's my angel's birthday and you grown-ass men get a discounted ticket. First, how is that my problem? And second, these were discounted for veterans. You still owe me money. You guys don't look like you could serve anything. That's pretty good, to be honest. Says the fat cow telling random stranger that they owe her money. Now piss off. Here, ma'am, we have an extra ticket. Grabs me after handing it to her. Where did you get an extra ticket? Oh, it's just a receipt from the gas stations. Oh, shit. Entitled mother yells at teen working at the ticket stand for doing his job. That time it's here again. Ran into an entitled parent at a movie theatre. On mobile. I got just done watching some Zombieland Double Tap. Great movie, 100% recommend watching it. I was getting my ticket, popcorn bag and cup from IC. As I was getting my popcorn, I see a rather big woman and a kid who I'd say is 12 at most walk up to IC. 2 tickets for Zombieland. Okay, any food or drink? Popcorn and ice and these Skittles please. Puts in prices, anything for you, ma'am. A large popcorn, a large cart, a hot dog and some M&Ms. Grabs box from cart. Okay. Adds everything up, your total is $48.75. What? I'm not paying $50 for all that. I want a discount. Ma'am, that's the price it says on here, and I'm not allowed to give discounts. Shows her the monitor. This is bullshit. I'm not paying that much for this. You're trying to fucking rip us off. I'm just doing my job, ma'am. You can either pay the full price, take off some items to reduce the cost, or leave. Let's go. This place sucks. Okay, mum. Yeah, nothing special, but that's what happened. I'm surprised she didn't ask to see a manager. and kudos to IC for keeping his cool. Entitled woman yells at my girlfriend about relationships before marriage. So this happened recently and I wanted to get this fresh out of my head because I forget. So I was at the store with my girlfriend and we were looking around, not really buying anything. So I'd walked into the clothing section of the mall and we weren't buying anything, just looking, since we didn't bring any shopping money. And it's just enjoyable to walk around the mall sometimes, if you say so. We were checking out hoodies and t-shirts and my girlfriend was checking her phone. Her home screen is a picture of me, even though I told her not to do that, but whatever. And a woman approaches her, asking her who the person on the screen is. That's my boyfriend. A boyfriend? At this age? Give me your phone. I then look over and ask her what the issue is, and seeing my face, she looks furious. How dare you put dirty thoughts into young ladies' heads? I'm sorry, miss, but what you talk... Enough! Give me your phone now, young lady. So after that, we just start walking away, and luckily, she's not a crazy Karen and follows us. But she stays shouting about how we shouldn't be dating because it's a sin. And we should be married about... Wow, fuck me. We should be married before being in public together, and yada yada yada. But it's not over yet. As we were leaving, we saw her again, and she storms over and yanks my... Oh, Jesus. Oh, that's disgusting. Yanks my girlfriend by the hair and spits on her for calling her a sinner. Not only did this piss me off, but security had seen this and instantly restrained the entitled woman, and later the cops were called, and she was arrested and banned from the mall. We were asked if we liked to press charges, but considering our age, we declined and went on with the rest of our lives. Always press charges. Always press charges. Entitled mother tried to tell the teacher that I look at her phone. I'm a Vietnamese guy who very much liked K-pop. I went to school with EK in high school. He loves being a bitch to anyone. On to the story. It was a winter day, so everyone was inside the gym waiting for the parents to pick them up. Even though Entitled mother was there already, Entitled kid didn't leave. Me and friend Ben were talking about our upcoming spring musical when Entitled kid grabs my phone, which was on the seat next to me, and ran. I of course pursue and told Entitled mother he took my phone. She immediately calls me a liar and demanded I leave. I stood my ground and stared at her. She then leaves, comes back with the teacher, I'm pretty sure taught chemistry. Entitled mother, this bitch took my phone, points straight at me. No need to cuss. Look where she points, hey you with the green and blue hoodie. I don't know what she said to you, but it isn't true. She said you took her phone, then gave it back when she told you so. No, it's my phone. Prove it then. Little did she know I had a picture of a K-pop idol as my lock screen. If it's your phone, then who is in the wallpaper? It's... Fuck me. See? She does not know who that is. Well, I can. It's Nayeon from Twice, a Korean singer. Teacher then took the phone from Entitled mother and gives it back to me. Later, Entitled kid and Entitled mother were berated by the teacher for lying about the phone. Entitled kid got detention. Should have been suspended. Crazy Entitled mother in court. Going to try to keep this one short. Today I was asked to give evidence in a particularly disturbing case in court. I arrived and showed my warrant card to the security officer and I proceeded to the little waiting room. I can't give specific details for obvious legal reasons. Basically, this Entitled mother and her boyfriend had badly beat her daughter because she believed that the devil was to blame for her recent bad behaviour. The boyfriend had already been convicted and sentenced on a number of different offences and is now sitting in prison. Now comes Entitled mother's turn. I get called in and sit in the witness box. The Entitled mother is sitting with her lawyer and I get greeted by the prosecution barrister. I get asked to confirm my name, occupation and rank to the court, and I then proceed to explain what Entitled mother had done and said to us during interview. I explain how Entitled mother and her boyfriend had brutally beaten her daughter. I even quote a line from a statement she gave, saying the only way to cure her was to beat the vile demon from her body. She tried to deny this, but it was pointless, and we had forensic evidence and DIR recordings from a religious rant she had in our interview room. Long story short, she's found guilty of child abuse and grievous bodily harm. She will serve a 7-year sentence and the child will be placed in the care of social services. Once Ian found out that she was destined for prison, she went ballistic. She started screeching that we're all colluding with Satan and that God will strike us all down. She then proceeded to slap her defence lawyer in the face and then get dragged off. She seriously deserved more than 7 years and I somehow doubt God is going to come and rescue her.